The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football. And the Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks offense will get the first crack at it here. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass. It's Gabriel. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. The short hands, it's Stewart. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, the inside kid. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon when the offensive lineman call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The Bruins offense has its first opportunity of the day. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson. He wants to go deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking for a man. It's Garbers. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive run.
Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David.
And he breaks into the open. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Gets it out fast. Tackled immediately after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Using the quick game. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Fires left. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Northern Illinois endured a hostile crowd and a challenge that always comes with playing away from Husky Stadium, and the Huskies came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll throw it on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Let's see how much they can get on 2nd and 9 from the 20. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. They'll leave it with him. Jukes his way for more. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Ducks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Line getting set on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Running to the left. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Balls at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top by one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He leaves it with his back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Garbers. Fires to the big fella. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the quick grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Ducks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll give it to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking for a crease. It's James. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Gabriel. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Running back goes in motion. Trying play action. He makes the connection. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Back to the air one more time. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Looking to throw, it's Garbers. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Sturdivant.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Went up top on 2nd down. That leaves him needing a yard here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Coming out with it, it's low. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Pasadena than you do? A captivating game so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Bruins will hustle to the line. To the air. It's Garbers. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Off the RPO. Quick throw to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The defense was asking for that penalty immediately, and they got it. Offensive pass interference waves off the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a gap. It's James. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Off play action. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Absolutely perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. He's going to pass. The sure hands. It's Sturdivant. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They'll test the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Dropping back, it's Garbers. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be dragged down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Garbers.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
Looking to throw, it's Garber. Gets it out quickly. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds a man on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Trailing and getting deep in the game. They'll go for it here on fourth and goal. Dropping back, it's Garbers. Going for 6. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. Wants to pass. He's got it. The 2-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's loose at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Got his man quickly. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Bruins in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air, it's Garbers. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's going to fire deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Fair catch called for and made. Looking for a productive play on first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Harden. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense. And
it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this.
Throws for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Pocket starts to collapse. Another incompletion on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Feeling some heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. Back to throw, it's Garbers. And they got him for a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off, the chances of them winning just went way downhill.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Stewart. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, UCLA. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. He is smashing people. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
Well, they start 4-0, and I think the biggest challenge now for this coaching staff is keeping this team focused on the next game and the next opponent. It's easy when you're 4-0 to start thinking conference championship, to start thinking college football playoff, and a potential natty. But you've just got to worry about who you're playing next. You've got this thing off to a perfect start. Let's try to stay healthy. Let's try to keep getting better each and every week.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.